He rejected every rich woman who wanted him. Models, heiresses, daughters of billionaires. But then, he fell in love with a girl who delivered food for a living. A girl who didn't even know who he really was. And when the truth finally came out, she walked away. But what happened next? No one saw coming. Daniel Reed wasn't just rich. He was powerful. As the CEO of one of the fastest-growing companies in the country. His decisions moved markets. People feared him. People admired him. But nobody truly knew him. Every woman who came into his life saw the same thing. His money. His name. His influence. Dinner dates felt like interviews. Smiles felt rehearsed. And compliments. They sounded like business proposals. So one by one, he rejected them all. Not because they weren't beautiful, but because none of them felt real. And deep down, that loneliness was starting to eat him alive. One night, after another empty conversation with a woman who talked more about his assets than his personality, Daniel walked out early. He got into his car, sat in silence, and made a decision. He would stop looking for love. 'Cause clearly, love wasn't looking for him. But life has a strange way of proving people wrong. When they least expect it. Across the city, far away from glass buildings and luxury cars, Lena was tying her shoelaces. Her phone buzzed. Another delivery. Another long ride. Another night of survival. Her life was simple. Wake up. Work. Send money home. Repeat. No time for dreams. No time for love. Because when life is hard, love feels like a luxury you can't afford. But that night, everything was about to change. The rain poured heavily. Roads were slippery. Visibility was low. But Lena kept going. Because if she didn't work, she didn't eat. Her final delivery of the night popped up. A luxury address. She almost declined it. But something told her to accept. 30 minutes later, she stood at a massive door. Exhausted, she rang the bell. And when the door opened, her life split into two timelines. Before this moment, and after it, Daniel looked at her. Really looked at her. Not the way people usually look at delivery workers. But like he was trying to understand her. She didn't smile to impress him. Didn't try to act cute. She simply said, "Sorry for the delay," and handed him the food. But then something unexpected happened. Daniel noticed her hands trembling. She was cold. Without thinking, he said, "Wait, take this." He handed her a towel. Small gesture. But for Lena, it meant something. Because kindness like that, she hadn't seen it in a long time. And for Daniel, that moment did something strange to him. Something he couldn't explain. The next day, Daniel ordered food again. Not because he was hungry, but because he was curious. Would she come back? The first time. No. The second time. Still no. By the third day, he almost gave up. The doorbell rang. And there she was. But this time, he didn't want the moment to end. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lena." No extra words. No effort to impress. And somehow, that made her stand out even more. Their conversations were short at first. Then longer. Then deeper. He learned about her struggles. Her responsibility. Her quiet strength. And Lena, she noticed something too. This man didn't act like other rich people. He listened. Really listened. But what she didn't know was the truth he was hiding. One evening, Daniel asked her something unexpected. "If I lost everything, my money, my company, everything." He paused, then asked, "Do you think anyone would still stay?" Lena looked at him. Not impressed. Not emotional. Just thoughtful. Then she said something that hit him deeply. "Only the people who loved you before you had those things. Or the ones who never cared about them." Silence filled the space. 'Cause for the first time, someone had spoken to him without fear. Without filters. And without expecting anything in return. But Daniel was hiding something. Something big. He never told her he was a CEO. never told her about his wealth. 'Cause he was afraid. Afraid that the moment she found out, she would change, just like everyone else. But secrets don't stay hidden forever. And when this one came out, didn't just change things. It broke them. One afternoon, Lena made a delivery to a corporate building. She walked into the lobby and froze. There he was, on a giant screen, in a suit, confident, powerful. The headline read, CEO Daniel Reed expands billion-dollar empire. Her heart dropped, her mind raced, because the man she thought she knew was someone else entirely. And suddenly, everything made sense. That night she went to see him, not as a delivery girl, but as someone who deserved answers. You lied to me, she said. Daniel tried to explain. I just wanted something real. But Lena shook her head. No. You didn't trust me enough to give me the truth. And just like that, she walked away, leaving Daniel in silence. But this time, the loneliness felt heavier than ever. For days, Daniel couldn't focus. Meetings didn't matter. Money didn't matter. Nothing felt right. 'Cause for the first time, he wasn't being chased. He wasn't being admired. He wasn't being wanted. And that scared him. 'Cause it meant one thing. He could lose her. For real. So Daniel did something no one expected. He walked away from his world. No suits, no luxury, no title. He went back to her. It's just Daniel. No status, no shield, just truth. But the question was it too late? Lena looked at him. Not impressed, not angry, just tired. Why now? She asked. And Daniel answered. Because I finally understand what I almost lost. Silence. Long. Heavy. Emotional. Then Lena spoke. And what she said next would decide everything. She didn't fall into his arms. She didn't forgive him instantly. But she stayed. 'Cause love isn't about perfection. It's about growth. And over time, trust was rebuilt. Slowly. Carefully. Honestly. That in a world where people chase money, Daniel chased something different. Something real. And he found it. In the most unexpected place. 'Cause sometimes, the person who has nothing to give you materially, gives you everything that truly matters. And the biggest risk in life is not losing money. It's losing someone who loved you when you had nothing to offer but yourself. But here's the question. If you were Lena, would you have forgiven him?